NIO CEO William Li just leaked a very important part of Q4 results, and this data should not have been made public until at least February 2026. So in this video, we are going to try and reconstruct all of the financial results for NIO for Q4 almost 2 months before these results are being made public. Now, I don't know if this leak was intentional or it was just an honest mistake, but now we will try to figure out a way to make some money using this leaked information. Now, this is not the first time we are doing this. So almost a year ago, in December 2024, we have used a seemingly innocent post on SoFi website in which they have celebrated their 10 million users to kind of reconstruct almost all of their financial results for Q4 for that year, and we traded on this information and we actually earned some money from it. So in this video we will try to do the same for NIO. Hello and welcome to the Market Monkey channel. My name is Vadim and today we're talking about NIO leaked Q4 results. So what had happened? In offline event in China, William Li, NIO CEO, told a group of peers that the vehicle revenues of NIO for Q4 will be more than 30 billion yuan. Now, this information should not have been made public until February 2026. And using this information, we can understand a lot of things about NIO and about how their financial results will look like and will be published only in 2 months' time. So first of all, let's take this number 30 billion yuan and let's try to figure out what will be the revenues of NIO for Q4. So if we're taking a look at two numbers, Q3 results this year and Q4 results last year. If we take a look at the vehicle revenue as a part of overall revenue using last year numbers, the part is 88.1%, and using this year Q3 results, this part is 88.6%. So it's pretty much the same. So vehicle revenue is something about 88% of the overall revenue. So if we're taking the whole $30 billion, which are vehicle revenue for Q4, we can understand what the overall revenue is. And the overall revenue is something about 33.1 billion yuan or $4.85 billion for NIO. This will be the revenue for NIO in Q4, the revenue they will announce in February. Now, if you remember, if you don't remember, I will remind you, the guidance for revenue for NIO was between 4.6 billion and 4.78. NIO will report 4.85. So NIO will beat the estimations on revenues, and this is good, but NIO already did it a couple of times. They are beating estimation on revenues. Now let's try to understand if we, using this information, can get to some more interesting results. Now let's try to use other numbers which we already know and they are official, and combine it with these leaked numbers and to see what can we get from it. So if we know the revenue for Q4, we can understand revenue growth for Q4, right? So revenue will grow 56% quarter over quarter. Now, my question is, if we know that revenue grows 56%, but deliveries grow, let's say, 100%, what does it mean for margins? And for margin, it means that margins will be lower. But if revenue grows 56%, but delivery grows less, this means the margins will be higher. Now, revenue numbers we already know. The growth is 56%, as we said. Delivery numbers were just announced. So delivery numbers for Q4 2025 is 124,000 vehicles. By the way, congratulations to NIO. The guidance was between 120 and 125. They did 124. Well done, guys. Great result. But this 124 compared to 87,000 vehicles delivered in Q3 represents a growth of 43.3%. So the vehicle growth is lower than revenue growth, which basically means that gross profit margins should be higher. Now, there are more calculations which are going into the gross profit margins, so I'm not going to try to extrapolate and to see what the margins will be, but some assumptions here. First of all, vehicle numbers for NIO were about 14% last quarter. I will predict that for Q4 2025, vehicle margins will be more than 16%. I know it's a lot, but I'm willing to make this prediction. If you add to the account all of the crazy news which are going on with ES8, we will talk about this news by the end of the video, you will see why I'm betting on vehicle margins being more than 16%. And if these margins will hit 16% as I am predicting, NIO will become the most improving EV Chinese company of the year. They will be in a great situation, much better situation than they were a year ago. But putting all of this aside, for those of you who are watching this channel for a long time, I know what the question that all of you have. Will NIO become profitable in Q4 2025? Now, unfortunately, I cannot make this assumption because there are a lot of things which are going into this equation. We don't know anything about like R&D expenses, SG&A expenses, interest, taxes, bonuses. All of this will kind of guide NIO into being profitable or not. What we know is revenue grew by a lot. Margins will probably grow as well. So will NIO become profitable? Maybe it will become very close to break even. I'm just not ready to make this assumption. So currently my bets are revenues will grow significantly and they will beat the estimate numbers. Margins will grow very good, and I'm not sure if there was a guidance for margins, but people will be happy with the numbers which NIO will post. And regarding profitability, I'm not ready to make this assumption yet. So what does all of this mean? Will NIO stock go up on all of these news? The answer is it should. The whole answer is, of course, we don't know what the NIO stock will do, but all of the business indicators are pointing to NIO becoming much better company. So we are talking about better growth, better profitability, better margins. We are talking about all these crazy stories with ES8, which I promised to tell you. So in the middle of December, ES8 celebrated 30,000 vehicles delivered, which is great. 40,000 vehicles delivered were celebrated 11 days later. So, like, the demand is there. China just announced that the subsidies for 2026 is there as well. So, like, everything is going NIO's way. Yes, I know the stock is falling right now, and this is exactly my point. So you can have all of the news pointing into NIO's way, but you have to remember, if you choose NIO as your investment, or if you're thinking about choosing NIO as your investment, you have to understand that you are choosing one of the most volatile, speculative, active stocks that there are currently on the market. And every single prediction, every single business calculation you are making can go your way and still the stock can fall down. I think all of us, we can agree that NIO had become a much better company in the last 4 months. You have seen these deliveries, you have seen this news, and yet the stock of NIO went from, well, a lot, 7+, almost $8 per share, to what, 5, maybe sub 5 on a couple of days. So again, the business story of NIO is not always reflected in the stock price story of NIO. So hopefully it was interesting for you. If it was, don't forget to press a like button. Leave us a commentary. I'm really interested to know what you think about all of this, and do you agree that NIO will beat Q4 results, and what do you think about the profitability? If you haven't subscribed to this channel, why the hell not? Subscribe to this channel right now and stay with us in 2026, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.